when you're ready.
Yeah, I don't think I'll start from the top. I'll just speak the way I come here, because for me to revisit this site after 2 years of making the film is really quite interesting and quite moving as well. Forest Within was about letting the movement retune ourselves with that inner space of relation to different time frames, because of course the forest has a very, very different time frame to grow, to exist, and to influence us as people and us as a kind, a living kind. Yeah, the film has been that occasion for us to reflect on dynamics of entanglements, because of course anything we are connected to are things that inspire us to be better human beings, perhaps. So here as well, all those stumps, everything as dangerous as it can seem here on the ground, this has all been dancing with us. This has all been part of the creative process. This is where all the stories that were emerging in reflective dialoguing for the dancers, for the movers, were coming from. We were not imposing anything. We were just letting things come into life here. So all the textures, all the smells, all the tactile experience that we have had in this forest, it's like an ongoing story, I think, for all the movers and for myself as a filmmaker. This is like an ongoing story that we have taken into our lives individually as people minding this place, as people caring for such abrupt, often unexplainable changes in the landscape, also facing economical decisions or industrial decisions that are happening in the area. So definitely working on many layers here of belonging, of relating, of reconstituting ourselves as people, made by the landscapes that we come from, made by the landscapes that we live within, reflecting on our own individual stories, but also reflecting on the stories of local communities and on other global decisions, because of course cutting down of the forest doesn't happen only here locally. We are here in Scotland, Aberdeen, and this is the Countess Wells forest. There are a lot of new households being built there in the area. So of course we know the wood is being utilized for human cause, for human development, and for human futures. At the same time, of course, we cannot build futures if we do not root it properly. And staying in touch with the roots. So the trees being cut down like that have been reminding us a lot about the importance of staying rooted, the importance of connecting on many different layers, often just like trees, on layers that are not visible, that are, the connections that are happening underground, communication of qualities, frequencies, smells, textures, colors, temperatures. So many different things have been influencing us here. This place seemingly so dead and cut down due to human action, human activity, has become so amazingly alive in movement. It definitely let us discover that the ground is always alive. That the trees don't only grow upwards, and that everything lives and functions and exists in relation to otherness, always present otherness. It's funny, the first time we came here we were thinking through all that sadness, we were feeling it and embracing it, taking it in, and then the moment we would start moving, the stumps did remind us a lot about, being presented, being up, giving us leverage, giving us height, giving us a different connection to the skies, the clouds, the winds, and the different weather conditions. And at some point the whole side for us looked like a theater, and the stumps were looking like theater seats. The depth of foliage itself has been such a phenomenon to discover, the layeredness of life on the ground, in the soil. The soil didn't really mind whether the trees are cut down or not. There's so much life in it. At any point in time, in any weather, in every season. We've been here in autumn. So it was November 2021. Such a specific time to work in because, of course, the whole world was shut down by COVID, and the realities of living deprived of touch, deprived of contact with other people. And there we were, working, moving together, and feeling that need of creating while being in touch. Yeah, so many times we felt like this is dancing at the graveyard because the forest is dead, the forest is cut down, and all we see is the leftover stumps. At the same time, if you look at the stumps and look how much of a story the tree is saying and telling us, through all the lines, through its size, through its texture, you can tell so much about the tree's story just by giving it time. And I think embracing the danger of moving through a landscape like that has been the biggest teacher. For us, learning how to move mindfully through the landscape, respecting it, and of course respecting the limits of safety for our feet, for our hands, for the whole body to move the way it wanted to move. It's been amazing. My name is Anna Dako, and I am the maker of Forest Within.